done and send it to you, please.
Okay, thank you.
So actually, this was requested, we got a letter, so we all sat down together, we decided what all we wanted to say. And it is as follows. Dear City Council members, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to bring your attention to several pressing concerns regarding the interactions between some members of the City Council and the dedicated employees of both the Holiday Lakes Police Department and other city workers. These issues are having a significant impact on the morale and efficiency of our workforce, which in turn affects the quality of the service that we're able to provide to the community. Recently, there have been multiple instances where council members have spoken poorly about the police department and city workers, both publicly and on social media. This negative rhetoric not only undermines the hard work and dedication of our staff, but also creates an environment of distrust and low morale. Constructive feedback and open dialogue are essential for improvement, but these conversations must remain respectful and professional. I would like to address some specific instances that highlight the challenges we are facing. 1, holiday decorations and cleanup post-hurricane. City workers were requested to decorate the 4th of July, including a balloon arch and other decorations for the enjoyment of all citizens. Unfortunately, when Hurricane Beryl hit on Monday, July the 8th, the immediate focus shifted to emergency response and safety. Despite this, there were complaints when the decorations were not removed promptly. Additionally, when City Hall was not immediately cleaned after the hurricane, despite power only being restored on Tuesday, July the 11th, dissatisfaction was voiced, and it was worth noting that no council members except mayor and a few dedicated individuals like Skip and Darrell volunteered to assist with the cleanup efforts. 2, operational challenges during the hurricane. Officers were working under extremely challenging conditions with no power for body cameras, radios, internet, vital functions for us to patrol. Despite these difficulties, the dedication of our officers ensured continued service to the community. 3, unannounced demands of paperwork. There have been numerous instances of council members arriving unannounced at the office and demanding paperwork or immediate action from officers and city workers. These disruptions hinder the staff's ability to manage their workload effectively. Furthermore, despite providing paperwork at every council meeting, mid-month requests for the same documents are common due to misplaced copies, which adds unnecessary strain on the office staff. Miscommunication in social media. It is concerning that some council members prefer to voice their grievances on social media rather than directly addressing the relevant departments or supervisors. For example, after Hurricane Beryl, decorations and donations were left in City Hall. Pictures were taken by a council member and shared with an activist in the community, who then posted them on Facebook with incorrect information about the situation. Such actions create misinformation and unwarranted criticism. These issues highlight a pattern where the hard work and positive contributions of our city workers go unnoticed, while any minor oversight or delay quickly becomes a topic of public criticism. The disparity is demoralizing for our staff who strive to serve the community to the best of our abilities. I respectfully request that council members address their concerns directly with the relevant departments or supervisors and avoid using social media as a platform for criticism. Open lines of communication will facilitate better understanding and resolution of issues. Additionally, recognizing and appreciating the hard work and achievement of our city workers will contribute to a more positive and productive work environment. I look forward to working together to create a supportive and collaborative atmosphere where all city employees can thrive and continue to provide excellent service to the residents of Holiday Lakes. Thank you for your attention.
I don't know how the city meeting council, whatever this is, go. I'm new to the community, but I respect everything you said. My husband is one of the workers here who had left our 5 kids during the storm with nothing to eat. Our water, yeah, I understand you guys want to talk about the chlorine levels. I'm looking at you because specifically, you're the one that always puts everybody down, and it's unappreciated. Number 2, he was out getting muddy. He was out cutting down trees on the clock as well as volunteering off the clock, because that's how we're raised, to be humble and help others. Not only that, it's demeaning for me to be new in the community a year and a half now and being like, being told to go to this page thinking it's just like a bulletin board of the community and I'm gonna see what's going on, introduce, I'm cool with my neighbors. I live on Alaska. I got 3 neighbors. That's it. We all get along, everything, but to see the demeaningness of the city is ridiculous. I understand there's homeowners, there's renters out here. I understand that. I applaud everybody. But get along. It's just ridiculous, the back and forth on social media and bashing.
I say.
Nobody gives credit where credit's due.
You bash the mayor, you bash the police department, you bash everybody here. If you don't like it here so much, why are you here? Get out.
Hey, you can't run me off.
Well,
You
you
get
can't
out.
be
If
ran
you don't
off.
like it, you can get out. And it's freedom of speech. I can say what I want
And
to
just
say.
as well as we can't preach to me.
Get off the internet.
No.
Hey,
Say it in person.
It's too many internet trolls, that's what it is.
She's a big one.
let's don't bash each other, okay? Let's be nice, let's try to be respectful.
3/4 of the people that sit there and say stuff will not
Let
step out.
everybody go at
No, I
one
can
time.
see.
Yeah, they don't.
I'm one that has been stepping out. I'm running
doing this
on
instead of being
Facebook.
out there helping.
I
Got some.
do.
Are we at public comment?
Okay, now I want to say
So
something.
let's hold off, guys, until it's time for public comment, and everybody will get to speak, okay?
Okay, well, why are they
Hold on,
flapping
Ms.
their
Butler.
mouth?
I know. We're gonna
I'm
do it
talking
one at a
because like
time.
I said, I didn't know how it was.
Hey! Let's hush. We're gonna do it one at a time, and we're gonna do it during public comments, okay?
That's coming up.
Everybody just chill out.
No problem.
Okay. Now, public comment.
We're gonna go one at a time. Mayor, you're gonna call on who you want to target.
You got the floor right now. You started off with it. You can finish your comment and we'll get to that.
All I'm saying is, if we're a community, at the end of the day, demeaning one another on social media does not fix nothing. At the end of the
I
day,
thought
if
we
you
were
have a
not on
problem, just
public
you
comment.
don't know. Ma'am, you even tried to argue with me and ask me, am I part of Norman and them scheme? And I asked you to personally DM me, and I have not heard from you. I'm Rhonda Cruz. I didn't, you can't. I asked you to go back on social media, ma'am, and I asked you, I said, I'm not gonna tell you who I am publicly. If you have any questions for me.
You're scared,
feel-
I guess.
I'm not scared.
Well, why did
Baby,
you
I am
put
not
your
scared.
name? Why
Girl.
did you put your name on there? if you're
It
scared?
says Rhonda Cruz. I'm adopted, that's my name.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm not scared, girl. You can get it or you get it. I don't give a
We're
crap.
done.
You wanna ask about me?
Well, I don't know.
Girl, get you something to say to this.
Say what you gotta say to the man, okay?
She's always said stuff for years. I've never seen Dominic help out much in the community. She does bash Norman.
No,
I've been here
because
for
they
a
don't
while.
run the city the
Oh,
way
they
they
run it for
should.
him, but I don't ever see you
Man,
volunteering to go out and pick up
weren't you
records.
No,
I use my machine out there to work and stuff. They're in the store and everything.
they probably pay you, that's
Pay me?
why.
Okay, okay, Adrian.
Okay, I have a question. So, we came to a meeting Saturday about the septic systems out here, everybody coming out and getting everything, pumped, if they could get their things pumped out. When I was leaving, there was a gentleman that was at the table, and he had mentioned that maybe we could get a grant to put like a sewer system out here, a complete sewer system out here. But I don't know where the city would own land out here to where we could do that. So I reached out to him, and he's gonna send somebody out here to do a, okay, what is it, a survey?
A survey.
A survey, just to see if the people out here would be interested in doing that. If we could get a grant to do that, would city council be willing, or would the city be willing to be able to give them that piece of property to where they can come in and build the septic system to where everybody would be connected to
We don't
it?
have any property to give, we have to buy.
Okay, so they'd have to buy it.
And it would have to be a massive amount of land. It would have to be more than 5 acres to
I'm
suffice
just,
the
Adrian,
septic.
I understand, I'm just saying that the state the state may be able to come out and do
I'm
that
not
for
doing
us if they
nothing
do.
to it.
Okay, and that would help us with the water and everything out here. The second thing that I wanted to
Why
ask,
you ain't gonna do that?
excuse me,
Girl,
You shut up. Don't tell
Mr.
me to
Bill.
shut up.
Okay, guys, listen, I'm gonna say this, if y'all cannot stop, and that includes everybody in this
You
room,
will be
you will be
removed.
removed from the city
Well,
council
she
room.
ain't gonna be
It's
there
okay.
threatening me.
Okay, nobody's threatening you.
She's threatening
No,
me
no,
right
she
there.
didn't, but I'm just saying, stop now, or I'm taking you all out, okay? That's it, no more, I'm not gonna tell you again. Next time I have to tell you, we're going out, taking you all out, every one of you.
my second question is, back over on O'Malley, they came in and they put the ditches, they dug the ditches out a couple of years ago. My question is, I know, last year we had talked, y'all had talked, I hate to say we because it's not we, it's y'all. Y'all had talked about it, about getting something to where we could cut the ditches out. I know Adrian had came in, a couple of years ago when he had his equipment and had cut it for the city, you know, because we were in a situation where the people that we had couldn't run the, what's that thing called, Adrian? The butterfly?
Yeah.
The whatever that's called. Would it be an option for him to be able, or for y'all to contract him again to come out and cut it? Because when the hurricane hit, I was not here this time, but now the drainage is blocking when you come out from, like Hennessy, you're coming right there and coming around this way, where it would drain back into this one, it's like blocked. That's why I was asking about the debris. I know the debris has a lot to do with it because it's in the ditches and we can't do anything about that until they come and take it out. But is that something that y'all would be able to consider maybe for next meeting to see if we could have somebody come in and cut all the ditches out? We keep ours cut out in front of our house, but there's a lot of property owners out here that aren't out here, and theirs is growing up.
It's creating blockage.
It's creating the blockage. Before, they used to throw a chemical on it to kill it, but even if it's 4 foot tall and you kill it, it's still gonna block the drainage. If that's something that y'all would be willing to consider, I don't know if you still have your equipment or how we could do that.
I don't have that much.
You talking about mowing it?
Yeah.
Yes,
But
sir.
if you mow it, it's still mowing, it's still actually, it's not blocking, it's
Well,
like impeding, it's like. it's
What
not
it
blocking.
is Lauren, some of it back there, you can drive back there, or tomorrow, not now because it's gonna be dark. But if you drive back through there, it looks like they have thrown, chemical down to kill, to go. But as soon as you turn on Antioch, I mean, it's the grass is almost 4 foot. We've got trees growing in the ditch.
Well,
trees.
I understand, but the ditch has been wet, they can't get down in the
No,
bottom.
no,
of the ditch.
I understand that right now. That's what I'm saying, I understand that right now.
But if we can't get
But
down, nobody else can get
when-
down.
That's why I'm saying next month, when it dries out, it's gonna dry out again.
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, when it dries out, is that something that y'all would be considered, would be
Well, we
considered
got,
to do?
we got the mower, we just need to get in the ditch, but, we get down in the ditch and we sink. I mean, it's the very bottom of the ditch, you get into it, you sink, you can mow one pass, but we're gonna have to get all the trees out for all that.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is it was dry last month, and everything up here is cut, and it looks beautiful when you first come in, and then you get back there to the curb. And I've come and complained about this before, because when you come out of Hennessy and Duffy right there before, the grass was so high and so far out, you couldn't see. So the workers, y'all's workers went down, they cut all that down, and it's nice, when you come out now, you can see down the road. But I'm just saying, once it gets dry, if they can come in and cut it, because it really needs cut down into the ditches back there. And then maybe if it's maintained, you know, I understand they got other things to do, but when they're mowing, if they, you know, I know there was an issue with the butterfly at the side thing before, because you had talked about getting one that could extend over and cut. Because, you know, Matt and them kept it cut real down, and I'm just saying, is that something y'all be willing to do? You know, maybe at the next, yes, ma'am.
Yes, and
Um,
Kelly, back there at Kelly and Creekside,
Yes, ma'am.
you can't even see around the ditch. I
That-
seen that yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
When you come around the curve, you can't even see back there.
And the buses are getting ready to drive, we're getting ready to come out, that's another thing, we're getting ready to come out, and we're gonna be doing our routes on the 9th of August. Hopefully all the debris will be gone by then, but you know, they changed the time for the school pickup. So that means we're gonna be out here, instead of being out here at 6 a.m., now we're gonna be out here at 5 a.m.
Oh, no.
But yes, because school starts at 6:40. So we have to be able to come out and get the junior high and high school kids, and then we're gonna have to come out and get the elementary kids. So in order to get them there by 6:40, we're gonna have to be out here at 5:45 in the morning
To go
to take them to school,
to Rancho or any.
to get them anywhere. I have a route.
6:40, sir?
Yes, ma'am, the high school and junior high start at 6:40 this year, first bell rings at 7:05.
So what time they gonna pick them up?
They get out at 3 o'clock.
Are they going 14?
It has to be 5, because
No,
they pick
ma'am.
up at 6:08.
We're
They
still
get
going
out
Monday
at
through
3.
Friday.
Yeah.
The junior high and high school get out at 3 like the elementary did. They just flipped it, basically. But the routes, because they don't want us to have any elementary students mixed with our junior high and high school kids. So it's gonna be a challenge. So that's why I'm asking, you know, like for the, it may not seem like a lot, but when you're driving back through here and it's pitch black, it means a lot if you can see where the ditches are in that bus. Cause I used to drive out here all the time.
Yeah, we need to check on the street lights too.
Yes, ma'am.
And make sure all that is up to par. Have they been?
I'm just,
I talked to Chris about this very problem. He can do
You know-
a website, TNMP website, you can go on it, and he, trying to get that, I don't know, put it on there, but I would, link to that website, where you have a street light that you know out, and then you can type it in at the intersection or whatever, the closest intersection.
And get it turned on.
And they will come out and supposedly fix it. We turned that into them, but they haven't been fixed it, but I brought a lot of attention to it, but I called straight to them.
yes, sir, and that's what I'm saying, that makes a lot of, it makes a big difference. Y'all have kids out here to go to school, I'm telling you. When we're coming out here to pick them up, I used to drive out here, this was my route. So I live out here, so I know the road. And some of the drivers, we have new drivers this year, and they're still not sure if it's gonna be the same drivers that are in last. Hopefully it will be, and they know the roads, but it's still, you wanna be able to know where the ditch is.
What the man told me they do, they send the man out there, and he, the last furnace is good. He doesn't know that it's blinking on and off, it won't stay there. He said, so when we turn in a light, we have to put better description on it.
Of the location
But he
and
said
everything.
if the individual closest to it that sees it blinking will get in there and fill that piece
The
of paper
form?
out. It's just an electronic form. You fill it out, tell them the closest intersection, and then they will come out and do it. But he said that that's all they do, they come out and they cover the photo cell up, and if the light comes on, they go to the next.
A month and a half ago.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
it's still good, that one right there is still off and on.
when we come out here, I know they're gonna run them, we're gonna run them, not just here, but everywhere, right here in the area. It's gonna be Friday during the day, and then Monday, we're gonna be out here running them, like we were coming out here picking up kids. So we'll be out here, and I'll let the drivers know, if they see a light out, they can let me know. And then maybe even if we have, Ms. Kirsten report it, it may be get done faster.
We had to
That's
turn it in,
acceptable.
but they.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, they weren't doing anything, so I talked to, Stream Energy, which is our contact, and they said, well, they can't do anything, they'll file a complaint with Texas, Mexico, which is the office in, New Mexico.
Okay.
And they called me and they said, what was my complaint? And I told them, I said, y'all don't do nothing when we turn in a complaint. And so, next thing I know, I got a call from Chris Latour, which is the head guy down here, and he told me what he's gonna try to do, and do better and all that stuff. But he wants us to turn it in, if the individual sees it, don't let it get stacked up like we got so many of them. He's turn it in, tell them it's blinking, it's going off and on, or missing the cover, or, you know, whatever you can see that's wrong with it, as an individual, when you see it, tell them. And then they will come out and try to replace it.
Okay.
Is it raining again?
Yes,
It
sir.
just it needs a little bit more detail.
On it.
If it's the ballast, it's gonna come on for a while, and then it'll go off.
Okay, well, I mean, that's what I wanted to address, especially with the septic, because he said that he'd get back in touch. And if that's a grant, I mean, I don't know where we would have to buy, I don't know if there's land out here that they could buy for it to be done. You know, but that's something that would benefit everybody, I think, if we could do
That would
it.
be amazing to have.
That's what I'm saying, it would be
It would cut
really,
down a lot of the pollutant in the lakes.
yes, sir. So that was just something that he had, we was talking about the sewer where it would if it goes into one, instead of it running into the lakes or running into the ditches or running into where it shouldn't be running into.
Well, I understand talking about the sewer system.
Yes, sir.
It would be nice to have one, even if you got a grant for it, then you gotta pay enough money to keep the motors and all that stuff necessarily, and it could add a bigger cost to what you're already paying.
Well, that's why he said that he would come, that they would come out and do a survey to see how much more it would cost us a month for water, because you're gonna have water going out, water coming in. How much it would cost to have it set up, how much it would cost for it to be built and be maintained.
The last time we did that was $120 a month per household.
And we pay 90 now,
I pay 95, I think.
so you're talking like another 35 bucks a month?
No, that was
That's added, that was a
several
long
years
time
ago.
ago.
Uh-huh. No, but I'm just saying, it's something, even if they come out here and look, it's something that, you know, I know you can have a special meeting and let everybody in on it, well, this is what it's gonna cost, what is everybody's opinion?
Well,
Do a
if,
survey.
Yes,
if-
ma'am,
if
to
you
do the
have to
survey and stuff
yeah,
like
We
that.
can always be receptive to the idea, but then you gotta look at the cost. for it.
And that's what he said, that he would come out here and because he said that they would have to have an engineer come out here, engineer would have to come out, look at it, and they would pay for all of that, the city wouldn't have to pay for that. That they would pay for, so I was more than happy when he was talking to me about it.
Kay was saying something to us about if you put a collection system in, and then pump it to this, right down the road, they're building a school in that district, they're gonna have a.
Oh, yeah, those will be open, running by this time next
It's
year.
still gonna cost a lot to put the pipeline in and all that stuff.
He was talking about that.
There might be some grants for that, but you won't have to build a system and have to maintain it, you just pump it to them.
Just put one pump unit,
A lift
a
station.
lift station to get it over there.
Yeah.
That'd be less cost effective too.
No, I'm just saying, everybody would be,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What would be the lift, it just goes in the tank and then you pump it out of the tank, slurry it, pump it.
I'm just, you know, food for thought is my issue. And like I said, with the ditches and everything, it's just something that needs to really be looked at. Okay, I'm done.
No, I'm just asking, because if you are, I have something to say before we
Okay,
do.
I'm done.
One more thing, before we do any open comments, this is not a bash fest, we're not here to bash Ms. Davila.
Oh, really? It's not a
Ms.
bash
Davila,
fest? It
Ms.
is.
Davila,
It
do you
is.
wanna leave? Because we can take you out, okay? I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to be fair. They're not gonna bash you, you're not gonna bash them. Do I make myself clear? Because if you do, you're leaving. No words, no nothing, I'm just gonna pick you up and take you out.
You have a question in?
Oh, I have, okay. My thing is, on the roads, people are asking me what roads are gonna be blacktop.
We don't know that yet.
Oh, you haven't, I thought that you had to send it to
No,
the
I told him,
commissioner.
That we had a problem trying to do what they wanted us to do, and we couldn't do that and get anybody a good road, because there's not enough money that they gave us back in 2018 to do it with. And they said there's not gonna be any more money. So we, like what I told them, the example I gave is that we're trying to make a peanut butter sandwich. If you take that same amount of peanut butter and try to spread one, to make one good sandwich, or you try to spread it over 15, you're not gonna even taste peanut butter. And that's just an example. If we take this money that they gave us and we can't get any more, we don't have enough money to put with it to fix the roads without being just throwing it away and more or less patching potholes. So what I countered their thing with was that if we could take the money, there's two big funds that haven't been funded, about $400,000 plus what we already have. If we take it, we fix the roads that need to be fixed, which I call it Bremer's Road, but I want to tell you how I started that. You come up from the front where you turn in by the store, and you come here, when you turn left, just past the fire department, you'll see a spot where it's been fixed. And that section runs all the way to Nome, and then they chopped it off. And that's been repaired, it doesn't need fixing. So we don't have to worry about that. We just bypass that section, and you go from, just past Nome, where you see the road deteriorate again. You go from there up to about, Igloo Creekside Court, about Creekside Court, that little section's potholed out, you know where I'm talking about, right there. And it's big now, so it's fixing to break loose, but if we patch it and, or fix it and cover it up with some good asphalt, the road's higher there. So then you go from there, you go all the way to Kelly before it has to be done again. Because there are other roads, like in front of my house, he said, oh, we all live on it, we just doing our road. This is not doing our road, just trying to get the most where everybody can get to a road to get in and out without having to beat the Carterville. But from Kelly all the way to O'Malley, it's in bad shape. And you drive a school bus.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
it's hideous.
So then I said we'll try to get that done and return on O'Malley. We'll come back out to Arctic. Well, Arctic's been kind of redone, and it might not be bad enough, but they won't have to grind it up. They might just put some asphalt on it. And then you come from that intersection with North Lake, and you go back out until you come back up to Texas Avenue. Up here by City Hall, where you turn left there, here, go that way, you bring it back to that spot. But it'd be the same thing on both sides. You come in over here, where you come in on the right, you go, coming in, you go out on the right. But you try to get all of that fixed where you can come in here all the way around and to the back. And if we can do that, and we can get some kind of a bid for it, then we can pick up possibly, of course, North Texas goes on down to Nome and North Sunset. Yeah, North Sunset, getting messed up. North Sunset, it's pretty bad for a little ways up toward Antioch. If there's enough money left that we could grind up that one, and then part of Duffy's pretty bad, you could get most of Duffy. Duffy's got a nice ditch spine, but we have to see what the money is, we gotta see what the cost is, and if we can get it, we got to do something, or we just give it all back, because they come in here and they patch it up, it's gonna be just like that road out yonder right now, it's all patched up.
It's gonna be like any road.
And what I'm trying to do is spend our money wisely and try to get the most of it. So if you live off one of those streets, like you come off of Kelly, you just turn and come down, and then you just drive one street that's bad. You don't have to drive 3 miles of that road. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fix it. I don't care. I mean, I'm fine. I'll drive in and out with whatever I got. But Creekside, we've been trying to fix it, and we did decent. I spent a bunch of money getting that road fixed. From the fire department down to Nome, it was just a real old swag, and it was always beat up. And we bought a bunch of limestone or crushed concrete, and the guys spread it out. And they come back, so we got a bunch left. What you want to do is you shouldn't have anything left. It should all be on that road. Don't try to save, money. Put the base on it. And that base is proved out to be the thing that it needs. You need more base to stop the ground heaving. So that road's in good. It's been under all the floods too. And it's still good. The only thing that messed it up is when those trees hit it, it kind of knocks a big dent in it. But we can patch that easy enough and keep it. Right. But the biggest thing I'm trying to do is get the money spent with something they will let us do that would give us the opportunity maybe down the road to pick up the side streets. I mean, like First Street, Second Street, those are all nailed. You got $6,000 into those streets where that's barely enough to do anything to it, but we could patch them and keep them plugged. And he's the only guy that needs to be on it, him and the other guy, your neighbor on the end, and they don't have to drive. And you go to the next street, there's not that many people in it, but everybody's hunting streets now, crossing around, driving through the city, parkway here, trying to fix it. That's the people that tear up everything. They tear up the side streets, all that. But if we stay on the road and keep the road paved and fixed up, it would probably last another 25 years because we're gonna fix it supposedly better. And with hot mix, you're not gonna have a 2-course gravel road no more. It's gonna be 2 inches of compacted hot mix, rolled out nice and smooth. It's our question.
Okay, is any of that gonna be poured on South Lake right there where it's always getting messed
I
up?
forgot to mention it, but I did, I'm trying to work South Lake in because it's bad. We had, that's part of the deal that we're trying to repair, and that was on the money they were sending us. South Lake came from the cul-de-sac and went around the curve back toward the eastern way, but that area, we might be looking coming down east way, but the thing is, we try to get the bulk of the people and close to their house. And then if you just gotta go just a little rough road, well, it's easier to buy $3,000 worth of material and go put it in a few potholes, and if people stay in their street and everything and quit speeding, and we get the shoulder, and that's another thing, when you cut the dirt off the shoulder of the road, the water stays out of the road and stays in the ditch. That's what I had a meeting with the county today about all that, and I'm not happy with the county. But that's, they don't help us anymore on digging the ditches. They want us to do a bunch of engineering, but they coming out next week. I'm gonna take David Linder and one of the supervisors, field supervisors, Jason, I don't know what his name is. They're gonna go and look at it. We're gonna pick out some really bad roads where people got it a whole lot worse than us. People on Sitka in the back, they don't even have a ditch. It's just flat. All the water that comes from them fields, outside of Holiday Lakes, coming in from across from 34 this way, all that water runs into the big lake, and it comes down right there at the end of the Horseshoe Lake and runs in there. It's a good ditch, but it's shallow up in the other end. It just floods everybody back there. And it's so soft. We had that road fixed twice, had them grind it up, put a base in there, and the garbage truck driving down there, the road just heaves like go to the beach and you pump your foot like that in the sand, it brings water up. Well, that's what it's doing back there. It's so close to the water table that it pumps. And so putting a lot of money in that wouldn't be wise, because it's the only thing, it's not doing anything. The garbage truck's the only thing that drives on it. But fixing Sitka up a little bit where it can get down there, maybe we have to figure out something for the garbage truck. We might have to, and you gotta think outside the box, you might have to set one of these boxes over there for those people to put their trash in and keep everybody else from doing it. So they can put their trash in and come out with one truck, so he picks it up, throws it in the back, he don't have to get traveling to save those roads. So we got lots of roads, and the water is the biggest enemy, and the dirt on the shoulders, we can't keep it cut off. Right now, the ditch is higher than the road. That's what you're going out here, you got all those potholes on the side. That's the problem. And we're trying to deal with it, but it's not easy to deal with. And you give a certain amount of money, you can blow it, or you can try to use it wisely. And I'm trying to get everybody to one street from their house, and that's what the perimeter road did. You can get basically one street from your house on a good road, and then you drive to your house down one road that might not be as good, but you know you'll be driving it every day, and other people shouldn't be taking shortcuts going through there. And that's what we're trying to do. And if they let us do that, then we can get, maybe if the county would do it, they can start working on it. But if not, they said they've been bidding everything out. If we bid it all out, then there goes a whole lot of money, because now you're paying for labor. But see, with the county, we pay for material, and material goes a whole lot further when you don't have to pay for labor. That's what we're trying to do. But it's not easy. It's not easy because you're dealing with FEMA, and if you've ever dealt with FEMA for any other reason, you'll find out they're not easy to deal with. And so that's what we're trying to do. It's not that we want to do it, we're gonna do it. We're trying to get the money spent before we have to give it back or throw it away, you know, like that, the ditch on Dudley. I just give you an example. We got a $600,000 grant, and they was gonna come in here and they put all these roads in there coming down the Irish name streets. That's gonna drain into that ditch. And it's gonna cut a ditch over to the lake. Well, we don't have enough money for that, so they got a bid. We spent $600,000 and we got one ditch, and it's on the end of the road, but it's still going through the same pipes getting to the end of the lake. They got the water in the ditch, and it didn't go nowhere. You got the same drain pipe. It didn't improve nothing. And that's the way the engineers do it, and I don't like that. So I challenge them on that, and I challenge the county when they do that. I challenge everybody, and it makes them mad at me, but I mean, why let them get away of just running over us? The 3-foot covered drains that we got in there, all 3 drains this way, the 4th was supposed to have it, but the county put that in, it's only don't need but a 2-foot. The first rain we got was that water standing over the road, wouldn't even drain out, because they don't listen. Engineers are smarter on a book than I am, But they not out here like Carl over there at the school, they say things to at school, and they said, this is what you need, and you know it don't, and you tell them, they come back later and do it again, but it costs more money. I'm trying to stop us from doing it again, we're spending everybody's tax money, and I'm trying to, and the council, I assume is trying to do the same thing. We wanna spend your money wisely and do it one time. And that's why you hear all these things flying off in the Facebook about all this stuff, or whatever that is that y'all hear all this stuff on. But it's not that way. You don't know the whole story, you just assuming that we're trying to fix where we live. I've never put anything on the road that I live on, never. I do work on it, I keep the shoulder cut off, keep the dirt off, so I'll get rid of the water, but I can't do it for the whole town. And we don't have enough workers to do it, and if people that know how want to volunteer and help and do something, they can help a lot. But nobody does that, they leave me, Skippy, your husband, it's all for us to do. And then come in here and listen to all this other stuff too. It's not that way.
So, I clean up the edges. Every time I go somewhere with a skid steer, I clean off the roads on the sides. That's what I was about to bring up to you. So,
But it helps the road. If you
so
keep
I
the-
clean up the edges to get the grass off a lot of things. Every time I go somewhere with a skid steer, somebody calls me for something. But not only that, I was gonna talk to you, what can we do about putting chains to the ditch, the chain in the tire? Because a lot of these ditches aren't draining. If we can put a chain or something, I mean, I can help out what I can, I've helped out before with that, but there's no way we can start doing that. I mean, I know it's too much money to change everybody's culverts, but can we start changing some of these ditches out? Because they're bad, and they're holding a lot of water. A lot of it was, like, my ditches are ruined on mine. I gotta dig them out and put new culverts in my ditch. I flooded because of that, in Duke Barrel. I got 1 inch of water. And I just lost my other house, and I built into the garage, so we can start building a new house. A lot of ditches need to be pulled through with the chain and how we did it over there across the street from my house. If we can do that, I mean, I'll help out what I can with my skid steer and whatever else, just.
Well, you know, for one thing, go back to mowing, what you were talking about, not mowing. When you go out there with the mower, and I loaned them my mower, because the other one was messed up, and we go out there and they mow and it hits something and breaks the shaft on the mower. Okay, and it's still broke, I haven't fixed it yet, because it's $3,000.
Well,
That's what I'm saying, people, I do stuff to help you, and y'all don't never know about that.
Oh, yeah, I know, Norman. I know what you do. I've been in the ditch with you before. I'm right there with you. That's why I said
Yeah.
with Adrian.
Oh, and
I've been there
it's-
before. I understand that.
It's cost
But
effective
that's
to mow
like-
these ditches, because a lot, you got a lot of, you got junkies
See,
out here.
I don't have a tractor to do it.
Well, no,
But
all
my
I'm saying-
husband knows how to run a tractor. If he had an extra one, if the city let
Well,
Mario
see,
drive yours, he could do it.
Norman saved my ass that one time I was mowing because I hit the big ditch and my tractor driver
It flipped.
almost flipped over.
Yeah.
And Norman came over there and saved my tractor.
What I'm saying is though, that people, if you got scrap iron, which you should, and you, for anybody that needs to know, if you got trees out there that's gonna be picked up, don't mix iron and,
Yeah.
trees are
Trash.
in one pile,
Your trash
furniture,
goes in
something
another.
else in another pile. If you got something that got ruined, and tin and stuff like that, separate it, because they don't, if they do that, it costs more to go to a landfill and they're gonna charge us more.
I mean, just the other day, we went over there to go help Skippy with the tractor, and they had all that trash mixed in with the trees behind my house, my neighbors. They had it all mixed in. And then my neighbor moving out, I was just helping them, and they were gonna go dump trash on my side. I said,
Well, let
well,
Ms. Douglas finish.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm done.
Are you
I'm done. Mhm.
but I see what Norman's saying on that.
What I'm trying to tell you, we're not trying to pull any wool over anybody's eyes, and we're trying to make the money we're gonna get, that we can get from the government. We have to match that money, by the way. And so, it's y'all money that we're matching it with. The federal money's the other money. So if we can get more for our money that we're gonna have to put into it, done, to where get everybody access to their house, fixing the road in front of your house, how you gonna get to your house is all I'm saying. That's not the answer. You'd like to have a nice road in front of your house, but you gotta get to your house first, and I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get you home. I'm trying to get you to your house. And the council's trying to do that too. I don't know, I haven't checked their pulse, but I think we're all on the same page with it. If we can get you to your house and get you close, then we can come back and pick up a side street maybe with a little bit of money and fix it up as we go along.
Like you said, in 2018, when they gave us the grant, how long do we have to spend that? Because it didn't get close to the timeline?
Yeah, we're right on top of it.
I
It's getting
mean,
very close. But see, the thing was, we, as council, argued with FEMA because they wanted us to do a little patch here.
oh, yes, ma'am, I
And
remember that.
move down just 25 yards and
And
put
do
another patch, and then another patch. And we all know that it's gonna compromise that road, and it's not gonna be worth beans, because you got a compromise here, a compromise there, and a compromise here. So we want to go in and finally, they agreed to that, to let us do the whole road and not just patch it. Now, there's another issue that we're trying to work through. But, you know, it's just not us, it's entities that have their hand in there that just
But
keep
that's what I'm
slapping
saying,
us.
Lisa, cause I know
Yeah.
when I was sitting up there, that we had all talked about that and there was an issue. But what I'm saying is timeline. So if we don't get it done,
Well, we gotta have to, we need to get.
Or at least
back to
start it.
them. Like I told that woman, I said, y'all are the problem. I said, we've been willing, long ago, if you would've just listened to us, we would've already been doing this and it would've been cheaper. I said, but what, you wait 6 years, and make us wait 6 years? I said, now, guess what? Biden's been in office and the price is doubled on everything, so, but you're not gonna, because this is an alternate project. Now they're not gonna give you no more money. You got the same money that you had in 2018 and it's only worth that much money. And you can't buy near as much now with that same money that you could then.
but like you were saying, Norman, even if you could just do that one stretch and do it, you know, get that done, and then get another grant or maybe to do the
Well-
next one, that we won't lose the money.
Well, I'm working on it, so I can tell you.
Okay.
I'm trying to not lose it, but see, they just got together 4 different organizations, TDM, representative from FEMA, and then one of the, Michelle Julian, another person from FEMA, and then another person from, TDM. They all get together, and last time I talked to them on the phone, they said, that sounds like it might work, and so, in the meantime, I've been trying to get where I can get, well, there's too many things happening worldwide and everything to get somebody, a good audience with somebody and talk to them. It's just, so much stuff is happening right now, here and everywhere, that you don't get the time to sit down and spend, the time that you need to write out something and go do this inspection and say, okay, this is what I wanna do. We did a little bit today, and we got several miles of road, we got 14.6 miles of road inside Holiday Lakes. So we're gonna fix, it's about 3 miles. I used to come in, I'd ride a bicycle, we had a measurement bike, I'd ride around, and it's 3 miles from the
Yes,
front,
sir.
back to the front. 3 miles if you follow that perimeter road.
3.2.
So, we got enough to fix, not that much. So
But
we
what
have
I'm
to-
saying is, at least if we start on it, that shows that something's being done. And like you said, with the trash truck coming in here, you've got 4 different buses coming in here. You know, those are big vehicles. But I'm just saying,
Well,
nobody wants to see us lose while you fight so hard to get
We will be
started.
looking for grants to try to help out, but I mean, just think about it, that load of this coal mix out here is almost $2,500. That's just 20 tons of cold asphalt that you can put out to fill potholes. And we went through several of those, just trying to keep it, and as soon as you put it down and somebody goes a little bit faster over when it's got water in it, it just blows it right back out. It's nothing that you can do like patch it like FEMA when it's gonna work. What we're trying to do is, again, the same thing, but we can possibly afford to put patch in some other stuff in there on the side roads, as long as people don't just keep driving through and tearing it up. The speed limit's 30 out here, but you don't have to go 40 and try to blow the water out of the side of the road off to the ditch. And that's what it seems to be
That's if
happening.
people didn't do
I mean, at
it.
this point, I don't even know why you go 30 if the roads are so bad. I mean, you go over 30, you're knocking your tires off your car.
Well, on some places, yeah, you can, but when your water's in them, you don't see it, you just go. You go across. And all I'm saying, slow down, look what you're doing, and things will work out, but we can't keep up with the demand of the people that's moving out here. We get more people out here all the time, and we don't have enough tax base and I don't wanna tax anybody that way, cause I gotta pay taxes too. Everybody up here pays taxes. And I don't wanna raise the tax rate, I'm trying to get the people's value up to where we can tax less for each individual. And the more people that move in here, they share the burden, and the more that you can get moving in, it just gets less and less. But you put a sewer system in, you gotta maintain that, you gotta charge enough to maintain. That water system's not even breaking even right now. To pay for the labor and all the stuff that's going on and all the lines that's breaking right now, and all the things. And that's multi-million dollars right there. And so we tried to keep it in good shape and going, and just contrary to what y'all read on that thing, that's a bunch of bull. But we have standards that we run every day, every week, every month. We renew the standards. It's cost you about $500 to get a set of standards, and we analyze it. We check our meter, we check everything, and we never had a 4 out there. Where he's getting his numbers, I don't know. You can flip it to the high range. Once you get a low range, it'll automatically change it, but it's not that way. The water system's good, it's certified by TCEQ. They come out here and said it's the best damn plant they've been around. It's the neatest, cleanest plant. Everything's good, working. Not now, we got a motor out, but we got just 2 motors. But we don't have that problem that y'all been reading about on Facebook or whatever that thing is y'all looking at. But the system's good. Anybody got any more questions before I shut up?
So how'd your meeting with Linder go on getting the ditches cleaned out?
You what now?
How'd your meeting with David Linder go to get?
I wasn't happy. But he's
What's
coming.
his excuse for not coming to clean the
He's
ditches?
gonna come out and look at the situation. The engineer is the one that didn't make me happy. David was okay, but the engineer is not, he didn't make me happy.
Just to clean the dishes, why do we need engineers?
That's what I'm trying to get him to do, but he don't wanna clean it.
I got two 1-foot culverts that you can still only see 2 inches of.
Thank you. Me
So I
too.
mean, everybody's sitting there griping about water going nowhere. I mean, even if you clean the ones on the back, if you don't clean the ones down North Lake, that water's still not gonna drain.
I'm trying to get it all done, but I wanna get the shoulder cut off the road to get the water in the ditch and clean the ditches. He wants us to get all engineered so he knows which way to make the water run. I said, follow the damn hill, it's high here, low here.
Just clean the ditches out, the water will go where it's gonna go.
Yeah, I know.
The least resistant.
But anyhow, it's the problem. The problem is that this guy doesn't like holiday lakes, is my opinion.
Only quit giving us,
But
quit giving them our tax
I'm
money.
gonna make enough noise, he's gonna have to start doing something.
I'll go with
You think I'll do it, make enough noise?
you. I'll go with you.
She'll end up in jail.
What'd she
Oh,
say?
you gonna go with me next time?
You're gonna need Christie and Angela to get you out, girl.
Well, all I'm trying to do is get what, I've been out here 52 years and we've come a long way, but we got so many people out here now. If you don't believe me, try to cross the street out here at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the afternoon. You gotta watch for cars. You're not gonna just walk out there in the street. All the way up until 9 o'clock the other night, we went out to get a
I won't even
hamburger.
let my
They-
kids ride their bike.
That 15 or 20 cars come in, looks like I was on 288. There's a lot of people out here, lots of traffic. Traffic causes problems, and those problems is potholes and this and that, and we don't have the money to repair the infrastructure like it should be done. And that's what we're trying to do, is make sure we do it right at one time, more. And if it can last 20 years, that last time we did perimeter road was, we did that in 1986, we put the perimeter road in. And it's lasted this long.
Would it help you if everybody got a petition going with cleaning the ditches? Dude, I'm right with you, because that's about how much mine is going through there right now too. I'm tempted to just go get a backhoe and scrape it out.
I already did it.
Well, you could possibly get a rent-a-grade off. That's what I told them. I said, if you rent-a-grade off, say $5,000 a month, how much
I could
would
probably have
it
my neighbors do it.
You pay an operator. You could pay an operator $20 an hour. And you get 2 dump trucks or 3 dump trucks, and you don't take it to people's yards, you put it to a single location. You can do lots of work with the guy that knows how to operate it fast, and you can dig the ditches.
But I'm just saying, would it help you if you get a petition from the people out here? Would that help you when you go and talk with these people?
No, I don't know, you just make the phone call to her.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you make a phone call to them and say, hey, you're not doing anything for us. If everybody called David Linder, and then he's gonna jump on the engineer and say, man, you got these people out there riled up. But that's the problem. We sit out here and you'll gripe at us, but nobody gripes at the county.
You got a phone number?
I got his number.
Text it to me. Put it
I
on.
got it.
We'll put it on the bulletin.
979, are you ready?
Put it on the first meeting.
979-345-1130.
And where's their location?
He's out of West Columbia. He's precinct 4.
But the problem is that you're local, that we can't do anything about it because our hands are tied. We got no money. And the money that we pay in county taxes, we should get Becky and Ken, come out here with machinery and labor and do some work for us. But
No, you're right, 'cause I used to live on Danny Road in Sibley, and once a year they come out to clean ditches and all that. That's what taxes pay for. So if we're paying county taxes, and they should not be put in a fight, they should come out here and take care of it.
they should,
They
that's
should give
exactly
us our
right.
representation for our taxes.
But the engineer, if you're gonna have to complain about the engineer too, if you're gonna complain to him, that he.
Bring the engineer out here, I'll try to show him, he's gonna have a culvert, let him see how bad we need it.
So what they, what they.
I mean, her petition I did better, but
Well,
mine's more fun.
my complaint, I'm just gonna say this, I need to move on. My complaint to him was you come out here and you set a cover. You know what you're doing? I said, you're making mosquito breeding law.
Yep.
You just drop it in the hole and then you leave. You don't make the water run out, you don't do nothing.
They
I
made
said,
it-
and that's not right. You're just killing us with mosquitoes, and that's true. You dig a hole, it fills up with water and sits there. You no place to go.
And I asked him, Sullivan, the last time he came out here, the operator, I said, what the hell is that? You're 6 inches deep in the mother ditch. I said, it's gonna sit right there. He said, that's what the boss said. He said, don't dig it. I said, as soon as you leave, I'm digging it. And that's what I had to do. I had to dig it so my water would flow.
The local majority of y'all, where y'all go back to where we're paying it and we're not getting that, it's like paying for the damn streetlights and we can't get to fix the light. Well, if everybody starts griping to them, then they gonna get tired of getting all those complaints, even if it's online, and then they'll say, we ought to get out there and do something, because we got those people. Don't complain, we're a messenger place. We're up here in the go-between everything. We got very little, we got money, but we're trying to save it, spend it right. And that's all I'm trying to tell you. But anybody else got anything that we need to move, or we'll be here till 10 o'clock.
Sorry. I'm done.
Nobody? Okay.
Everyone's satisfied.
Next item on the agenda is the interlocal agreement between Missouri County Health Department and Hollywood.
What is that? I mean, what is the agreement with the health department? Are they coming out here to get shots or what?
No, this is new, for me, this is new, I've never seen one of these before. But I think, somebody, they must have hired a new lawyer or something, and so we had an interlocal agreement with Missouri County, everybody was under the umbrella, kind of like that. But now, they're branching out, now you gotta make it with the health department to do your samples, to do whatever, and they said it's good for 4 years. And so then, tax in office, well, that was under the umbrella before, but now we have an interlocal agreement with the tax office. Then we have an interlocal agreement coming up with purchasing, and then we're trying to get an interlocal agreement back, because they forgot to send us one this time to work through what we're trying to get done now, work through the roads and the ditch digging. They can't find theirs, and I said, well, we can't find ours, because if you can't find yours and you went to the people that wrote it, they can't find it, we didn't get one.
Okay, just curious, I've never heard of that.
So anyhow, that's what this is all about, everybody's you have an interlocal agreement between all these umbrellas. Probably would get one with the police department for long. Missouri County Sheriff. I don't know, that's just the way it seems like it's going.
Interesting.
Did you read the purpose for this? Purpose
not all lanes.
Yeah.
The registry and
This is under a grant from the Texas Department of Health. The department is required to plan and prepare for a public health emergency which may result from natural or man-made causes. During such an emergency, it may be necessary to give shots or treat all or a large number of people in the area served by the city, village department. It is the desire of the department to provide such immunization or treatment to the first responders within the city or village or at identified adjoint areas, to be determined based on resource requirements and participation in events. Type, location prior to the general public. The town village will identify first responders and critical staff and families that will provide something, SNS, medical countermeasures or vaccines. The town will report these numbers to the department annually. So they're saying that if we have an outbreak here, we're gonna have to report that to the health department.
you have to do that anyway.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, you know, this is what this is about.
Or say like when the hurricane came through last week, if one of your officers or one of your employees would've got hurt and they had to get a tetanus shot or something like that, all that has to be reported.
When it's 16,
Your
everybody's
first response.
required to have a tetanus shot.
But I'm just, that's what it falls back on.
Yeah.
Well, if it comes with what they say, they wanna use this facility, the only place that we got,
Yeah.
to give immunization if they had to do a mass immunization. But if they're good as coming out here, if they are bringing the food out here and get that right, we might not get, we'd be in Amazon, they'd be out here, and we go back the other way, they'd be back in Amazon.
Okay, so I make a motion, we approve the interlocal agreement with Missouri County Health Department as submitted.
Okay, motion was made by Lisa and seconded by Vernon. I want to keep on calling you Handy, but I don't think that's right. Any other discussion of it? Then all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay. Let's- We get in line for the shots. And this other one is in purchasing, like I said, they've already, well, it says it in here, they've already done some pre-disaster bids for hauling off debris. And to fall in under that, so we can use those bids as part of our process, we have to sign this agreement. But we have to make our own arrangement with the contract with the person that's gonna, if we pick somebody to haul the debris off. And so the bid process, what they call the procurement process, was done by the county, and we're just gonna, instead of everybody doing the same thing, it makes more sense like doing it with one area and then everybody backing on. So everybody has to do the same thing. Why do you duplicate so much in the county? If they let us do this, and if we can use that, then we'll pick somebody that's in there to make a contract with, and because if they advertise it cheaper or whatever, or however, you know, or they haul off, one might haul off trees, and other one picks up furniture and steel or whatever else is out yonder, and agreements like that. But that's what this is for, because,
Well, I was just asking that because we had a tree fall in May, and we cut it up and we put it beside the road. That gentleman came out here and picked up half of it. And left.
our brush truck,
Yes.
yeah, I know.
So I called, and they told me, well, he'll be back this week. Well, he didn't come back. So Arby called Monday morning and told him if he doesn't come Saturday, the following Monday morning, I was gonna have an independent contractor come out here and I was gonna bill them. They come out and pick it up, but why did they just pick half of it up?
At least they go pick yours up.
They can only pick up.
You need to call
I
them.
tell you what it is, and I've had this as a running fight with waste management.
Yeah,
We have a contract, and it says they will pick up in a month 4 cubic yards of waste. Big waste, in other words, heavy trash, 4 cubic yards. In every house, every garbage place. And so you take that, just make it real easy, say you got 300 places, so you got, supposed to pick up 1,200 cubic yards. They send a 40-yard truck out here and they run in 1 month, one month, they only come out here on a Saturday for half a day. They pick up 2, maybe 3 loads, pick up 120 yards instead of 1,200 yards. And they said, we run out of time, and I said, well, I'm not gonna tell you what I told you.
well, it's probably the same thing I told you.
But what the deal is, their boss told them, go pick up 4 cubic yards out of the pile and leave. Because that's for that one house. I said, we paying as under umbrella, we're paying you for 1,200 cubic yards to come out of here. So you haul 1,200 cubic yards out of here, then you can do something else. But you don't haul nowhere near what the contract says. We're paying for that. You're paying for it, I'm paying for it. And I had them scared, I threatened them with a lawyer. But they change the guys again, they go right back to doing the same thing, and their boss tells them, pick up 4 yards out of that pile and leave, go to the next one.
Well,
And I
he
said,
made a
that's not
point.
what our contract, we had the guy in here,
The gentleman,
Andy Terry, or something like that, and he told us that this is what they would do, and he did the thing right, Andy did. But they started, and then the next guy come in was, I can't remember his name, Nick or something like that. But it just went downhill every time they changed
people
the.
come in,
director,
because it's
it
still the
just
same
went-
driver that picks up.
But they won't pick it up, and I talked to them, I called them, and I wrote letters, and brought them out here, and talked to them right out here, and told them what I said, and in the back there several times. And, oh yeah, we're gonna take care of it, we're gonna take care of it. They send the guy out here, and he picked, and whether the guy's doing what he's supposed to do or not. But I'll tell you this, and I've already told Holloway that, you got to give that guy $20, he'll go pick up that stuff that he won't pick up for nobody else.
They'll go, you go back up.
Well, he made a point to knock on my door and to take a picture to show them that it was gone.
He did?
Mhm.
Well, that's good.
And you know what I told him, if you would've took it the first time, you wouldn't be back here now.
Well, anyhow, that's the problem we have, is that we're fighting everybody, and they're having a 5.8% rate increase too, by the way, for this year.
For trash?
Trash.
Yes.
Oh, they better pick up my trash.
No.
If they don't pick up y'all's trash, y'all need to call them and tell them, because they missed our whole street one day. And I had to call and tell them, y'all need to come back and get our trash.
Well, they don't, and I don't know the guys at all, but they don't seem like they have anybody that wants to work, they just wanna come out here and get going. And that's it, they don't come back, they don't do good, they knock the can over, they wash it in the trash cans, they don't know about $100 fees.
He took off of mine that one time and
And
came
what I
back.
seen got all in it snapped.
If you're not ready to go.
Sorry.
They
That's-
come to the
that's what I
house
wanna get to.
Saturday,
Turn that one.
and somehow the truck picked up my trash can sideways, and it dumped all down the side of the truck, his
And they
truck.
left it.
And let,
No, the gentleman got out and he picked up every piece of trash.
oh, well, that's been the one
On
on
my
Wednesday.
ground, on the truck,
Hey,
and
move
Charles
your
went out there
Who's the one
and
on
finished
Wednesday?
helping him, even though he wasn't supposed to be outside. But he went out there and the gentleman told him, I'm sorry that happened, I'll try to make sure that it doesn't happen
Well, he
again.
might be
So I
an
have to give
exception,
him
not the rule.
kudos, because he did pick up the trash, and there was a lot of trash.
I traced the trash truck down the other day.
But yeah, that's the thing, that's the problem, and I've been dealing with it, it's probably gonna have to take a lawyer right away.
I know you were talking about getting somebody else to come in here and pick up, is that not is that not an option anymore? Having a different, carrier come in here, I mean, he already parks his truck
Well,
somewhere.
we can get a different carrier, but what we're paying right now, he has to pay that much just to dump work, because they own the pit that he got to dump in, or whatever. And so, the last time we checked, they wanted $33 for him to dump one, over there, in the site. And he's got a little bitty truck, and I don't think he got enough, I don't think he can do what he wants to do. He wants to get a bigger contract, but I don't think he's got the.
He can, but I mean, just the funds to get the trash cans, that's another problem. He stacked up on a lot of them, but to do it, he has the manpower to do it and the truck power now. He has.
Let's be very quick, 'cause he picks up off of.
Oh, he picks up everywhere.
1462 now.
He got some 2 trucks. He uses his pickup truck when he had to cut down the fuel costs on that. But I mean, other than that, I mean, he can run his truck full time. It's just the trash can and heavy trash. But he has the truck power to do it.
Because they were giving them the
Well, let us keep going,
Sorry.
and then we'll come back. The interlocal agreement, between Missouri County and Holiday Lakes for the roads.
All right, I make a motion, we approve the interlocal agreement with Missouri County Purchasing Department by Resolution 24-02.
And there should be part of this, accepting that is the resolution that you have, we want it in resolution form, it said, and the resolution is on the back, interlocal agreement. Is it worth it? Got there, resolution 2024-02. That y'all all agreed to this, and so we put that resolution in there, and they go on our record, we send them a copy of the resolution, part of it, and that's up here in this part, we'll put that in later. Okay, motion is made by Lisa, and seconded by Terry, that we enter this agreement between Missouri County, Texas, and Town of Holiday Lakes for the pre-position disaster recovery contract, including, you want to include that in the back of it? The resolution?
Yes.
Okay, was the resolution approved? Okay. Motion made, seconded, and discussion, anything else? Then all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Okay, we'll sign the paperwork, get it to them. Building permit applications. Have any?
Not for the, we did have one, which it was the one that you approved for, set aside. It was only one, the building permit,
Oh,
the variance one.
Yeah.
She said.
okay, then travel trailer permits. None submitted. Reject manufacturing home permits. None submitted yet. Executive session. You have a reason to go into executive session? No?
Yes.
You do? Okay. You make a motion, we go into executive session.
I'll make a motion, we go into closed executive session.
In accordance with Open Meeting Act, Texas Government Code 551.06, to discuss employment, evaluation, compensation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, or hear complaints or charges against a public officer or employee. Okay, so we got the motion, okay. Back to second. Two seconds. And then, any other discussion on it? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. We go in and it'll be.
But as far as up here, I don't think they're doing that one this go around. They're gonna do it at a different time. They have their figures out.
That says stop, so we just, we're going to record.
Call the meeting back to order, it's now close to 9 o'clock. Next item on the agenda is any action as a result of closed executive session. You have anything you want to act on tonight? Okay, next item is, number 4. Elected officials report.
Norman, before we get to that, you said we circle back on the trash thing. Is there a way we can do about bidding out, because I know Waste Connections is not the only trash company out here, to see if we can find a trash company that would keep up with the contract?
We can go out, our contract ends in August. If we send them a complaint, you know, and tell them that we don't like what you're doing because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and we're gonna go out for bid. And we won't renew the contract if they do something more drastic. We can force them to their hand, maybe. But then, there's not very many people out here. We have,
This is supposed to one time.
what was that other, can't think of the name of it now.
Waste management.
Waste management, Waste Connection, Waste Management, and then we
Texas disposal.
have one other one.
Texas Disposal was one, I remember that one.
Lori over here just said that, Freeport did away with, Waste Connections because they were doing the same thing, and she said she's willing to get us the name.
But
of their
we
union.
can advertise and see if there's anybody, just.
Let me-
Did you put like a criteria, like a minimum they have to do in order to see what you attract in? Like smaller companies, I mean, for example, like this one, and there's other ones out there like that too.
Well,
To see if they can keep up.
we need to sit down and write out,
Everything.
Liability.
the estimated tons of garbage that's gonna be coming out here, and the trees, you can't estimate that, it's just.
Well, the trees, I got that, cause I mean, like the trash company I worked for, back in Sealy, like trees and stuff like this, the branches and all that, you know, I mean, that was in it, we understood that, even getting the back of the garbage truck, we understood it. But now like the logs and all that, the bigger logs, the bigger branches and stuff, that kinda got left aside. If they were dumb enough to put it out there, but you can't put that in the back of the garbage truck.
Oh, man.
No, you're not doing it. So, we would do stuff like that, but like the limits and all that, cause like when my company, the company I work for, when they picked up the Wallace contract, that was actually in the contract, that if the storm came through, anything like that, as long as they piled it up. Now, my company went a little further and they wanted it bundled, so as long as the branches were bundled up, so all we had to do was just grab and throw. Which I understood that part being on the back of garbage truck, because you don't want to be standing there for like 30 minutes trying to throw a pile of branches in there. So I understood them throwing that in there, but that was in there on the initial contract.
Then our.
This way, if anything like that, like this happens, it's already covered. But we've had so many problems with Waste Connections out here, because they don't even want to do their heavy haul.
Personally, I think that we squeeze them just a little bit, because they're looking for this 5.8% rate increase, but we can squeeze them a little bit, threatening to look for another company, because they're not following up, and we list all the stuff, and they can take it to their lawyer, and let him look at it, and he'll see them doing it wrong. And
I wouldn't even threaten them, I just bid it out and drop it. That's more of a statement than.
Well, it wouldn't be a threat, it's just that we're just telling you, you're not doing your job there, so we're looking somewhere else.
So it's a
And
breach
they're
of
gonna say,
contract.
what can I do to keep you? And that's when you unload them.
But I wouldn't even do that, I would just bid it out. And even, I mean, everybody here would probably agree, we're willing to pay more as long as the trash company keeps up with their end of the contract.
But we'll see how, I don't wanna get something that's gonna cost us more, and less service, that's what I don't want to do. Because right now, y'all haven't had a rate increase.
Yeah, we haven't had a rate increase because they decided they were gonna try it once before and everybody banded together and that got halted.
The number of people that we got versus that what we're charging for, we getting enough people that we're not losing money, and we collect some money from them for tearing the roads up, to buy the pot stuff and the potholes. And so we haven't found anybody yet that did, but we can go out to bid and see what we can do. I mean, all I can do is either they have to bid, to get back in. One way you might negotiate a better contract too. But we know what to ask for now.
But I mean, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't go and try to push them and send it to the lawyers. Because I mean, they're a big enough company, if you try for breach of
Well, that
contract with
little
them, they're a big enough
company-
company to fight that.
Or he was way higher than what we made. I mean, I asked him about what was he gonna have to charge, it was so much higher that, y'all would rebel.
But he's grown up since then, so I mean, he might be cheaper now,
Well,
but just, you know.
We can do that, we can do that, we get somebody who wants to sit down and work on the contract, anybody that wanna take that on, because I got lots of other stuff I'm doing.
Don't look at me. I can't, I'm not helping the roads.
No, I'm just talking to this, no. But
Okay.
anyhow, he.
What? I'm
he
not
wanted to
no
pull
internet.
Back into it, but I, we need to get through this.
Well, no, just start to,
Just to get a contract drawn up, to send out for bidding.
yeah,
Okay,
Be a contract.
not a contract, but just an open proposal.
Yeah.
To invite a bid.
we can, but let's get on through with this so we can all, this stuff can go on. The reports, okay, anybody have anything they want to report about the street lights? I told you what we could do with that.
Get that number to everybody so they can,
Well, I asked Sabrina if she could put that in there, but I don't know if you've got, so busy, I haven't checked. You have to put that link into it, I find it.
Which one?
To the lights.
And put it where, on the website or?
Well, you could probably just put the link to